I think the Ford dealers can go fork themselves. They tried this BS with me multiple times. When I tried to buy a Raptor, they would say, I got one in stock, and then they slow roll you, and then they try tacking on 25,000 to the sticker. So I was like, screw off. I'm going to go somewhere else. 2 years ago, looking at a Shelby, same thing, blah, 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 here's the price. Oh, yeah, $25,000 markup. And I'm like, you can piss off too. I'm not paying $25,000 over sticker for anything Ford. I'm sorry, I don't want to do that on a Porsche or a Lamborghini. And now they're going to, try the same game with the Lightning. And, I do other episodes on business, marketing, brand equity, and that type of stuff. And the issue here is you have the dealers causing major harm to the Ford brand. Because what's going to happen now is when these people are playing these games, the dealers, they're going to say, screw it. I'm going to go buy a Tesla. I'm going to go buy a Rivian. There's so many people coming on the market now. They're just going to say, piss off. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm not paying Ford for the privilege of having an F-150 Lightning. I know why dealers do it. I just think it's bullshit at the end of the day. And I know you can say it's free market capitalism, blah, blah, blah. But I'm saying at a Ford level, you're letting dealers cause harm to your brand. Always protect the brand. But no, multiple times I went and bought something else. You could have had me in the Ford family, but you didn't. Because you're trying to, retire off of me buying one of your cars, which is a bunch of BS. Does anyone remember Saturn? Wasn't Saturn which would be a good name for an electric car company, right? If GM decided to bring it back. I mean, they make the Hummer EV bring back the Saturn. I mean, Saturn sounds kind of electronic, right? But I want to say Saturns had a fixed price. You didn't have to negotiate. And I could be wrong. I was, a child when that brand was around. But no haggling, no BS. Just, this is the price. Buy it. Does it not seem like that would be the best way to go when you're trying to get into an ultra-competitive market right now, especially in the electric car space? Bring back Saturn. Just have a one price. Boom. Done. The problem is these dealers are out here going wild. All the dealers who, they call them the Stealerships for a reason. You go in and it's like you need brake pads and they're like, it'll be $1,200. And you're like, but the parts are like $50. And they go, well, we had to spray some WD-40 on it too. And it's like, so that makes up the other like $1,000. So it's at some point this is what's going to end up crumbling traditional dealers. Too many games, too much BS, and the consumers are tired of overpaying for things. Everything's already expensive. Electric cars are really expensive, and now you want to go and throw $10K plus for the privilege. I hate that, for the privilege of buying your product. Man, get out of my face with that BS. I'm not into this. I've never been into it. I just won't be. I'd rather not drive something than have to pay $10,000 to $25,000 markup on something. I was talking to, we did another episode on Rolexes because they're sold out everywhere. You can't get them. And I was trying to get some information from the dealer for an episode Kane and I did. And he was like, yeah, Rolex doesn't have us mark anything up. This is the price. But the problem is people go and flip it. So you go to your authorized dealer to get a Rolex, and they don't mark it up. Someone buys it, and then boom, ends up on one of these websites or on one of these YouTube shows where, the $12,000 Rolex is now selling for $18,000 because they're so hard to get. So you don't even really end up having fans. You have these flippers. And I think that might be the dealership's argument is we're trying to, stop the flippers and the scalpers. But at the end of the day, because, they don't want the scalper or the flipper making the money. The dealer wants to make the money. So I don't know what the solution is here, but you have people that are genuinely interested in buying your products, and you're pissing them off at a time when you shouldn't be pissing people off. There's so much cool stuff coming on the market right now that if these dealers want to screw around like this, you're just going to go somewhere else, just like I did with the Raptor, just like I did on the Shelby. And I did order a new truck in September from Ford, an F-250 King Ranch Tremor with the Power Stroke diesel. $90,000 truck, and I told the guy on the phone, it's like, are you gonna pull the markup stuff? If so, just hang up on me right now. And he's like, oh no, we don't do markups on the heavy duties. I'm like, oh wow, but I just like I'm at a point where I'm just not playing those games with people, and I don't think anybody should. Man, just mark the thing up an extra, $2,500 or something on the sticker, and then stop doing these stupid games because they're saying 10 grand on the Lightning, but and Ford's not the only one that does this. There's many other people that do it, and they go 25,000 plus markup. I get some of the rare exotics and all that stuff. Still don't want to pay for it, but I kind of get it. But for Ford, no, thank you. Like, I don't think so. No, thanks. Anyways, has this ever happened to you? Have they tried to hit you with that ADM before? How much they tried to get you for, and did you pay it? Would you pay it? Drop a comment. Let me know.